Just would like to say good morning to all of my colleagues, to the public. I would like to call this meeting to order at 9:02 a.m. of the Baltimore City Senate delegation. Welcome to the Baltimore City Senate delegation's bill hearings. We will hear 2 bills today, and we will be voting on 3 bills, 2 of which we heard last week, 1 that we heard the week before. Before I start the meeting, as a tradition, I would like to just recognize all of my colleagues that are on this call and will be joining. Senator Antonio Hayes from the 40th Legislative District will be joining us momentarily. We are joined by Senator Jill Carter from the 41st Legislative District. We are joined by Senator Murray Washington from the 43rd Legislative District. Senator Charles Sidnor will be joining us momentarily, and Senate President Bill Ferguson, and he likes to be recognized as the 46th District State Senator, is with us at this moment. Before we get started, I would like to acknowledge that we are joined by 2 of Baltimore City's young people who have been selected as pages to the Maryland General Assembly, Ms. Anaya McNair and Mr. Ezra K, who I believe that one of our colleagues is quite familiar with. Anaya and Ezra, please do tell us a little bit about yourselves, what school you go to, if you can, and if we can start with Anaya. And Anaya, I'm asking to unmute you at this moment. Okay, Cody, send Anaya a text. She may be a little bit busy, just let us know, but I do see Ezra at this moment. So we're gonna go to Ezra and then we're gonna come back to Anaya.
Hello, everybody. My name is Ezra K. I go to Baltimore Polytechnic Institute, and I'm a senior there, obviously. So yeah, that's my high school alma mater, I guess. But yeah, obviously, my mother is Senator Mary Washington, who is with us all here today. So I thought it'd be fun to jump on and, introduce myself, and yeah. Go Poly.
Perfect. I appreciate you, Ezra. Oh, okay. At this moment, Anaya is also on a Zoom, y'all, with the mayor. So we're in competing interests at this moment, which is what's going on. We're going to come back to Anaya at the appropriate moment, you all. But I wanted to see if my colleagues had any inspiring words that they would like to leave Ezra with at this time before we get started with our meeting. Senator Ferguson.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. Ezra, it is excellent. Have you decided on Coast Guard? Is it official?
No, I have not decided on Coast Guard. I've had that banner for a long time.
Okay, fair enough. Fair enough. Well, either way, I want to just say, Senator Washington is very excited about your participation, as are all of us. Look, you're our best and brightest. We're so honored to have you here today. And we do apologize that we're in this situation, that it's over a Zoom screen, but good thing is you have a good relationship with the senator that you know how to call your senator when something goes wrong. But look, I hope you do enjoy the program. Give us feedback, and just thank you for being here today.
Thank you, Mr. President.
And trying not to be a helicopter mom, but Ezra, weren't you accepted recently to a local university?
Oh yeah, I was just accepted into the Maryland Honors College for
Hey, congratulations.
engineering. Thank you.
All right, thank you, colleagues. It's good to see you, Ezra.
No problem at all. And Anaya will be joining us momentarily. I'm going to move on to bill hearings, colleagues. At this moment, we have 2 quick bills that we will be hearing. I'll start with Senate Bill 547. Senate Bill 547 is just a local 45th district liquor bill. We're joined by Alex Champagne, who is the owner of Fire and Rice. We also are joined by Josh Greenfield. I'm not sure if he'll make comments, and Sam Polikoff, who are the developers for the project. But Senate Bill 545 is just to give a local liquor license to the owner of Fire Rice, located on Harford Road, right there by Harford and Southern, for those that are familiar with the development that's going on at that specific, in that specific area. And at this moment, I'm just going to swing it to Alex Champagne just to tell us a little bit about his building, his partnership, and he's actually a resident of the 45th District, which makes it even better, not only working, but living in the district.
Hi, good morning. I'm Alex. This is my partner and co-owner of Fire and Rice, Kevin Schuing. Yeah, like Senator McCray said, I live right down the street from the building, the development that Sam and Josh and his team have been working on Southern and Hartford Road. It's kind of like a co-living residential space. There's 15 or 16 apartments, a couple of spaces for retail and restaurants. We took over one of the restaurant spots the fall of last year, and we've been trying to, with Sam and his team's help, get this liquor license to kind of help us, keep the money flowing so we can stay open. My background is managing bars and restaurants, so it was always an aspiration to get this license together for us.
Thank you, Alex. Sam or Josh, would you like to comment on Senate Bill 547?
Sure, really quick. Good morning, Chair McCray and Senators. Great to see lots of friends. Sam and I are representing the owners of 4801 Hartford Road, which is known as Sohai Union. It's the first new construction mixed-use project in Northeast Baltimore in decades, as far as I'm aware. We're super excited about it. It's 16 two-bedroom units. It's about 75% rented, so it's going pretty well. We're working on filling up the remaining retail spaces, and we think it's just great for the community. We've been in contact with, and you'll see in your packet, a letter from the Waltherson Waltherson Improvement Association, supporting this license with a couple of limitations, some of which are in the letter, some of which are in the bill, including the need to execute an MOU before we get the license, which we will do. Just so you know, for those of us who don't know us, we have this property, we have Zeke's Coffee, Function Co-working, the Children's Bookstore. We're doing Baltimore's first tiny home community about 10 blocks up the street. So we're deeply, deeply invested in this community and intend to hold and maintain these properties for the foreseeable future in really good condition as an asset. So I'm happy to answer any questions, and thank you so much for your time.
Thank you, Josh. Sam, would you like to comment? I'm going to take that as no at this moment.
He's here for backup, but I think we're covered.
Okay, perfect. No problem at all. At this moment, I'd like to recognize my colleagues to see if there are any questions. Seeing no questions, I'm going to end the hearing for Senate Bill 547, and I'm going to move on to Senate Bill 616, Baltimore City Soil Conservation District's authority to establish one in Baltimore City. Colleagues, for those folks that don't know, when this law was proposed decades ago, it was looked at as suburban jurisdictions as farming. The reality is that as we move more into the 21st century, we have urban farmers. And one of the things with urban farmers is that you're allowed the opportunity to have technical assistance and assistance from our Department of Ag, Maryland, the conservation folks, to be able to have technical assistance, support, and reference to soil conservation districts. It was brought to my attention by Councilwoman Danielle McCray that Baltimore City was not a soil conservation district, and that our folks had to go to Baltimore County or surrounding for technical assistance in this piece. After talking with Secretary Bartenfelder, he thought that it was more than appropriate, if a farmer himself, that Baltimore City did establish a soil conservation district. And at this moment, I'm going to swing it over to Councilwoman Danielle McCray. Councilwoman McCray? Oh, maybe she's frozen. Okay, I'm re-admitting her back into the room at this moment, you all. Councilwoman McCray, I was explaining the bill, Senate Bill 616, and at this moment, we were looking for any comments that you may want to add.
Okay, thank you, Mr. Chair and members of the delegation. First, I just want to apologize. I'm having technical issues this morning, so I won't be able to turn on my video. But I am Danielle McCray, the Baltimore City Council member representing the 2nd District. And I'm also the chair of the Health, Environment, and Technology Committee on the Baltimore City Council. I am here today to speak in support of Senate Bill 616, which would allow Baltimore City to establish a soil conservation district. Improving the health, education, environment, and economic development of our city is imperative as we work to become more sustainable in the midst of climate change, as well as create community around urban agriculture. Urban agricultural development is rapidly growing within our city, and it is vast in its functions. They include cultivating fruits, vegetables, herbs, and flowers, beekeeping, composting, agricultural education, and much more. A soil conservation district will afford our city farmers the technical services and resources needed to be successful without the hassles of hiring their own engineers and figuring out the complexities alone. This opportunity is great for outreach and educational efforts. It will afford our communities new knowledge on farm to table, workshops on how to cultivate food and flowers, as well as training opportunities for urban farmers. And having our own soil conservation district would bring our communities closer while becoming more environmentally conscious and taking direct action to curb the looming impacts of climate change. This would also empower our constituents to be change makers and establishing a greener future. There are 24 soil conservation districts across the state of Maryland, covering 23 counties, and Baltimore City is the only main local jurisdiction within the state that does not have one, and it is time for us to follow suit. As Baltimore City continues to make meaningful steps towards becoming more environmentally conscious, we must take action in lifting up our urban farmers, and I do encourage a favorable report of Senate Bill 616. Thank you.
Thank you, Madam Councilwoman. At this moment, I'd just like to recognize my colleagues. Are there any questions? Seeing no questions at this time, that ends the bill hearing for Senate Bill 616. It looks like we are joined by Anaya McNair, Anaya, we gave Ezra the opportunity to tell us a little bit about himself, to tell us about his school, to tell us about his goals in reference to higher education. And we wanted to offer you up that same opportunity. I know that we came second to the mayor, but that's okay. I'm just messing with you. If you could tell us a little bit about yourself.
Good morning. Can you hear me?
Yes, ma'am.
All right. My name is Ania McNair. I'm a senior at Reginald F. Lewis High School in Baltimore City. I have my own organization called Not for Sale Youth, where we spread awareness on human trafficking. I'm also a Healing Youth Ambassador, a part of the Healing Youth, was this also a youth-led organization. I'm also a part of Heart Smiles MD, which supports youth entrepreneurship and creates youth leaders. I plan to be a victim specialist for the FBI for human trafficking. I am going to community college for 2 years and transfer to a 4-year college, and that would be Morgan State University, and to get my bachelor's degree in social work, then get my master's degree in social work from Howard University, and I will get my doctorate degree at George Washington University for social work. I recently got funded $11,500 for my organization, and I'm also on the Human Trafficking Task Force for the mayor's office, and I'm also on the Human Trafficking Victim Services community. And Not for Sale is trying to be global. And so I connected with the state's attorney in DC, and we're trying to start a program in DC for Not for Sale youth. So that's a little bit about me. And so I'll pass it on to you.
Wow.
Very impressive. I'm going to move to this part to my colleagues. It sounds like Senator Washington wants to start off. please.
Absolutely. Anaya, it's wonderful to meet you this morning and that you live in the 43rd district. And it's just so great that you've got your whole plan out from now to PhD. So again, it's just amazing that the work that you're doing. Thank you so much, really. Just so impressed.
Yeah. Senator Ferguson.
I just wanted to say, I thought I was busy. Take the cake. Look, keep up the great work. Keep working hard. You're doing great stuff. We're so glad you could be a part of this.
And again, don't forget to apply for your Senate scholarship. So we'll take care of that.
Senator Hayes, you want to jump in here?
Sorry, I had to figure out to get off mute. No, thank you for sharing your story and your activism. A lot of times, back in the day, colleges used to, look at, grades and stuff like that. Now, like young people are succeeding, and what colleges are looking more to is how much involved you are in your own community, because the more involvement that you have in your own community and other things show that you'll be a good alumni that may contribute back to their school. And so you're definitely a step ahead of, most individuals around your age bracket. So keep up the good work.
Yep. Nia, one question. What community college are you going to go to?
Baltimore City Community College.
Oh, all right. You got me there. I'm actually an alum of BCCC. I'm a proud alum. Let me be very clear. And I went to Northern. So before it was Reginald F. Lewis, it was a Northern high school. So I'm thankful for your leadership there too. Yeah. But I want to say to you, Nia, and to Ezra, we are all proud of your achievements and hope that you have an impactful, positive experience as a page with us this session. We recognize that this session is not unlike any other, but we hope that you leave here with a great understanding of how your government works and what your legislative representatives do. As you prepare to graduate and embark on a new chapter, we wish you much success. If you think that there's anything that we may be able to help you do or assist in your academic or professional goals, we hope that you will not hesitate to reach out to us. And I know that I think it was Senator Washington or Senator Hayes, because I know Ezra knows, but Ania, I want to make sure that you know that each one of your delegates and your senator has scholarship money. So I hope that you take full advantage of that opportunity, and just wanted to say thank you all. And I think that my colleagues said it best. So thank you all at this moment. Thank you for joining us for our hearing at this time. Colleagues, at this moment, we'll move on to our voting session. And the first bill that is on the voting list is Senate Bill 378, Baltimore City Cigarettes, Other Tobacco Products, and Electronic Smoking Devices Local Laws Authorization. This is Senator Hayes' bill. And Senator Hayes, when we last left you, you just wanted to check with the AG's office, but it sounds like we're all good. So at this moment, just wanted to, and there is no amendments on this, correct, Senator Hayes?
Correct.
So at this moment, I'd just like to see, is there a motion that would like to be put forward?
So moved.
There's a motion for Senate Bill 378. Is there a second?
Second.
Seconded by Senator Bill Ferguson from the 46th Legislative District. All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye. All those opposed? Seeing none opposed, Senate Bill 378 passes, and we will be sending over for a letter, Senator Hayes. The next one that is on is Senate Bill 426. Is there a motion?
Is this, what is the?
Let me be very clear too. Let me read it. Senate Bill 426, Baltimore City, 46th District Alcoholic Beverages License.
Mr. Chairman, can we hold this bill? We're still working out some amendments.
Yes, sir.
Thank you, sir.
426 will be held. The next one is Senate Bill 472. Senate Bill 472, Baltimore City, Alcoholic Beverage Districts, Legislative Districts, Plans, and References. I'm going to give the microphone to Senator Murray L. Washington at this moment. I believe that there is an amendment. And Senator Washington, Ms. Cheney, our delegation counsel, actually has the amendment, I believe. Or she drafted the amendment.
Yeah, I was wondering about that. Thank you. I got a text saying, no, it should be there. Good morning, everyone. This is just, again, a technical bill, just sort of changing the language around our legislative districts. And so updating it from 2002 to the 2012 legislative district plan. The amendment takes out or deletes the 47th district from Baltimore City, because of course it is now in Prince George's County. So I would like to move the bill and the amended bill.
So let me first see if there's a motion for the amendment.
Move the amendment.
472.
Right. Second.
I believe I heard a motion by Senator Ferguson for the amendment for Senate Bill 472. Is there a second on the amendment?
Yes.
Seconded by Senator Murray L. Washington. The amendment has been moved and seconded. All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Anyone opposed to the amendment? The amendment for Senate Bill 472 passes, which just, yes, sir.
Mr. Chair, I definitely support the amendment, and that's why I wanted us to go through what supporting it. But can we all get a copy of the amendment?
We'll make sure that a copy is sent to your office. And so let me be, we're conceptually voting on taking out the 47th legislative district, just for the public audience also and my colleagues. We're conceptually voting on taking out the 47th legislative district because it's in Baltimore City. It's in Prince George's, but we will make sure that everyone gets a copy of that amendment to your respective office.
Yeah.
No problem at all. Senate Bill for the amendment for Senate Bill 472 has been motioned, seconded, and properly voted on, and it passes. Now I will entertain a motion on the conceptual amendment for Senate Bill, the bill as amended, Senate Bill 472.
Move favorable.
Second.
Is there a second? It's been moved favorable by Senator Ferguson from the 46th Legislative District, seconded by Senator Murray L. Washington. Senate Bill 472, which is Alcoholic Beverages Districts Legislative District Plan References, which was amended to take out the 47th Legislative District, which is in the Prince George's County, is now put forward for a vote. All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Anyone opposed to the bill as amended? Seeing none opposed, Senate Bill 472, Baltimore City Alcoholic Beverages Districts Legislative District Plan References passed as amended. Thank you all. At this moment, I just want to see if there's anything for the good of the discussion of the delegation.
Mr. Chairman, can I ask a quick question? A question for our legislators. I just looked online. This is something I'm now realizing on our back end for our floor laptop, but for 472,
We don't.
the amendment exists, but there's no amendment in the thing because I guess it has never been put in. So we're gonna have to figure out a workaround to the amendment process. We're gonna have to, yeah. So I just wanted to note that Ms. Cheney may agree. It does not have it in the back end systems now. Is that right, Ms. Cheney?
Well,
Yeah, I drafted it a while ago, and when I
Yeah.
pull it up in the system, I can physically see it, but I'm not sure if
in the
it's stuck somewhere in the
system.
process.
It hasn't been
In
online.
our amendment system, not the floor system.
That's
So it exists in the amendment drafting system. I'm not sure where the disconnect was between there and getting it to the floor system. I'll look into that.
Well,
Mr. President,
I think
I
it's a
think this-
delegation issue. I think for
Right.
delegation across the state, this is going to be an issue. All delegations won't have it because it's not a committee. It's assigned to the committee, not to the delegation
got it.
in the floor system. So
And
that's
Senate
So I
President
guess
Ferguson, what
we
we'll
can
do
make a
is going
turn.
forward, we'll ask if a bill is amended that typically gets a copy. We'll make sure that they get it to Cody, who runs the respective delegation, and make sure that we email it with the bills is how we'll handle it going forward.
absolutely.
Yes,
No, it's a
sir.
good flag. These are one of those hiccups that came the
Right.
unexpected stuff that.
Yeah, and I didn't see it, so I thought we had it, and I know you drafted it last week, so it's a simple amendment, so.
Yeah.
All right. What I was going to say is I think the issue around amendments are across the board. So it may be affecting us
It's
in
not about the city,
Kobe,
right?
but it's all of the delegations. But the same exists also for committees. If you're not on that committee,
You
And
can't see.
there's amendments that the committee, it's not available to your floor system. And especially in trying to be compliant with COVID, if it was actually in the system where you could see it, it wouldn't take that necessary step of then emailing it or whatever. You could just pull it up and see it. So.
Got it. I want to go back to two things. We're joined by Senator Charles Sidnor, and I just want to get it, if the body's okay with this, I just wanted to check to see if Senator Sidnor would be okay with voting on Senate Bill 378. I'll check with Ms. Cheney first. Is that okay if we can go back to Senate Bill 378 just to make sure that we can get Charles Sidnor on the record? On the record. Perfect. Senator Sidnor, we voted on Senate Bill 378, which was Baltimore City cigarettes, other tobacco products, and electronic smoking devices, local laws authorization. Would you be supportive of that measure? Would you like to be put down as in favor?
Yes, please.
Thank you. Yes, sir. And I know that I also got an email from one of our colleagues that said that they're not getting the delegation agenda prior to it. It's sent to you, everyone's email. I want to say at least on to your Senate email address a couple times. You try to do it 2 or 3 times prior to the Friday happening or prior to the Monday happening. So we are sending it to everyone's state email addresses, and it's coming from the Baltimore City Senate delegation email. That's also coming with any type of testimony. So the agenda is not just attached. The agenda comes first, but then we're sending the agenda with any witnesses' testimony or colleagues' testimony at that time. So it's coming to your office about 2-3 times. I wanted to see if anyone else had anything just for the good of the delegation. Seeing nothing, if there's a motion to adjourn.
So moved.
Second. Look like Senator Washington second. All those in favor of adjourning?
Aye.
Seeing none opposed, this meeting is adjourned at 9:28 a.m. Thank you all.